Welcome back to Satyn. Today we are discussing parental pressure, child discipline and legal boundaries every parent and child should know. To help us understand this topic better, we are joined by Mr. Sanjay Marabe, attorney at law. Welcome Mr. Sanjay, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Nish.
So Mr. Sanjay, my first question is, when does parental pressure become a legal issue?
Yes, in order to discuss that, our cultural and social system with regard to children's guidance should be looked at, because the Sri Lankan system mostly focuses on somehow getting the child guided into a in order to get him as a good child at the school, because when influenced by we'll say, we don't have to say bad children, but bad mannered people, everything depends on who we associate. So most oftenly parents are interested in guiding and disciplining them. Therefore sometimes parents tend to pressure them in order to get them into a good cornered system. The thing is, sometimes it oversteps and it becomes a harassment for the children. So we have to look at that. But the parent should not physically harm the child, and mental distress should not be given, because at the end of the day, child is the person who will suffer from whatever the parents do. So whatever the parents intend in order to benefit the children, they have to do it in a systematic way which will not harm the children physically as well as mentally. So when we look at the legal aspects, we can get them in twofold situation, internationally and national wise. There are rules and regulations. There's this convention with regard to the rights of the children under the UN charters, and the Penal Code of Sri Lanka also regulates. So cruelty to the children, that is specifically mentioned in 308, where cruelty is taken as an offense, and even if it's a parent, even if it's a guardian, he or she shall be punished if a complaint is lodged. And even under the said convention, Article 3 talks about the best interest of the child. So whatever we do, whatever the parents do, they should do in order to take care the best interest of the children. That is the legal aspect.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Mr. Sanjay, what is the legal difference between child discipline and child abuse?
Disciplining means getting the child into a corrective manner, corrections and guidance. But when it comes to abuse, it means harassment. It oversteps the legal boundaries. So when you discipline someone, it can be teaching them what not to do, what to do, and what we expect from a good child. And when we look at the abusive manner, it will be physical harm, mental torture, and it can be in several forms. Something like, it can even be humiliating, even in public situations, even in public gatherings. If some parents, some people try to humiliate their child and expect that the child will not do something, so but in return it will definitely have some impact. So we have to be mindful when we think of how to guide our children, because you never know what the outcome would be. So even if you do it in a good intention, it should not be abusive mentally or physically.
So does a child have the legal right to say no?
Yes, why not? So this is like, if it is a situation where you are forced into something like when you take Penal Code section 363, it's a statutory rape. So if the child is molested, or if the child is pushed to do something which falls under statutory offences, or else if something imminently endangers their physical health or mental torture. So if the parents, even if it's the parent, you should not do it. And if a guardian or if a relative gets to know that something like that is happening, you should inform the police, or there are various institutions. Yes, the child has the right to say no. It's not like this. When a mother feeds the baby says no. So, and you somehow try to feed the baby.
Sure.
So it's not such a situation, but it should not overstay, as I said before. Yes, the child has the right to say no.
Thank you for clarifying that. What evidence is needed if a child is physically harmed?
Yes, this all depends on what is the situation, because if maybe some harmful situation has happened, then initially the complaint should be lodged. So when a complaint is lodged, then you will need medical evidence. Then other third party evidence, maybe at the school, the child might come and say that this and that happened at my house. Maybe a drunken parent or a relative, you never know. So medical evidence is vital. Then teachers or immediate relatives, or else any witness testimonies. And nowadays the technology is developed, so photographic or video evidences, there may be CCTV, things like that can be taken as evidence. So it all depends on how you prove it. So whatever evidence you have with regard to any child abuse or harassment, anything could play a vital role, because after all the legal system is created in a way where they look at the best interest of the child. So any evidence is good evidence if it's provable evidence.
What legal consequences can parents face?
See, it depends on the severity of that. So as I said before, a parent might do something to correct the child for misbehaving or harsh manner, discipline or whatever. But at the end of the day, if it amounts to unnecessary cruelty or sexual violence, assault, any grievous assault, grievous hurt, mental torture, so in those senses, even if it's a parent or immediate guardian, you will face imprisonment, fines, and your child can be taken out of your custody. Any protective measures can be imposed by the court. So you will face those legal consequences even if you are a parent. So if you are a parent, you should definitely be mindful, even if you do it in a good intention, not to harm, not to harass the child, because the system, the society is modernized now. There are many laws playing. Therefore, even if you are a parent, you should be mindful when you are taking care of the child. For example, you cane your child back in the days, but there are Supreme Court cases where punishments have been given. So nowadays you can't harm a child. No cruelty can be accepted. So things like that should not happen.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Anything you want to add to that?
So I believe that this program is focusing on the children's right, because with the development of the new regulations, and globally also we are in a shaken situation at the time. So I believe when we go through our hardships, because when the society faces issues, then sometimes you raise your pressures from the children. So, but they are the innocent victims at the end of the day. So that should not happen. We should be mindful that your infant or the children, they are not to be blamed, and they are not the people who should take the stress. So let's create a better day.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.